Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. After a soft Valentine night, Tuna wakes up lighter, wearing Alex's bracelet and enjoying the quiet routine of the farm. But while their home feels warm and safe, Alex quietly checks old accidents from the past and realizes they weren't random at all. Today's episode balances gentle love with a hidden threat that's starting to move again. If you enjoy healing slice-of-life stories with a slow-building mystery, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. Morning after Valentine's Day arrived without any special noise. The farm didn't care what day it was. Chickens still demanded feed at the same hour. The air was still cool, the yard still needed sweeping, and Henry still woke with that small hunger that made Tuna move before her eyes were fully open. She sat up slowly, careful not to startle him. Henry's cheeks were warm from sleep, his hair sticking up in a soft, stubborn way. Tuna lifted him into her arms and pressed her cheek to his forehead. He smelled clean and familiar. In the kitchen, Ba Tung was already awake. She stood near the stove with a light jacket on, hair neatly tied back, eyes calm. "He woke early?" Ba Tung asked. "A little," Tuna said. "He's hungry." Ba Tung held out her arms. "Give him to me. You wash your hands first." Tuna hesitated for half a breath, then passed Henry over. The old habit in her wanted to do everything herself, to prove she wasn't a burden. Lately, she'd been learning a quieter strength, accepting help without turning it into guilt. She washed her hands, warmed a small bowl, and poured hot water into 2 cups. Breakfast was simple: warm rice, a bit of soup, nothing fancy but enough. Her sleeve slipped and she saw the bracelet again. The thin band rested against her wrist like it had always belonged there. The leaf charm caught the morning light. Tuna touched it lightly, as if confirming last night wasn't a dream. Ba Tung noticed and smiled. "He did something for you." Tuna's cheeks warmed. "He took me to dinner." "Good," Ba Tung said. "A woman also needs to be treated like a woman, not only a worker." Tuna laughed softly. "I didn't even know it was Valentine's Day." "That's why it was his idea," Ba Tung replied. "A man who cares remembers things you don't." The happiness was quiet, but it sat deep. Tuna wasn't used to receiving something simply because someone wanted to give it. She reminded herself not to turn gratitude into debt. After breakfast, the day resumed its familiar rhythm. Tuna fed the chickens, checked the pigs' water, then swept the yard in slow lines. Everything was ordinary, but inside her there was a softness that hadn't been there before. Alex arrived mid-morning, not dramatic, not loud. He came through the gate with calm steps, sleeves pushed up, gaze scanning the yard like he was confirming that the world was stable. "You're already working," he said. Tuna wiped her hands on her apron. "Henry woke early." Alex glanced toward the doorway. "He's okay?" "He ate," Ba Tung called from inside. "He's playing now." Alex dipped his head slightly in thanks, then stepped closer to Tuna. His eyes dropped briefly to her wrist. Tuna lifted her hand awkwardly. "I'm wearing it." Alex's mouth lifted just a little. "I can see." She didn't know what to do with the feeling of being seen so simply. She turned back to the yard. "The animals were loud today." "They know Ted is coming," Alex said. Tuna smiled, then asked, "Are you busy today?" "A little," Alex replied, "but manageable." They moved through small tasks together. Alex fixed a loose plank near the gate without being asked. Tuna wiped the kitchen doorway again because her hands craved neatness. Alex placed supplies into the cabinet where Tuna preferred them, watching her once to be sure he chose the right spot. "You remember where I put things," Tuna said. "I pay attention," Alex replied. They sat briefly with tea. The leaf charm glinted when Tuna lifted her cup. She touched it again without thinking. Alex watched her a moment. "You're thinking." "Last night felt different," Tuna admitted. "Good different?" Alex asked. Tuna nodded. Yes, I didn't expect it. You deserve to be surprised sometime, Alex said. Tuna looked down. I'm not used to that. I know, Alex said gently. You can get used to it. She hesitated, then asked in a smaller voice, Do you think we can really move back before Tet? Alex answered without hesitation. Yes, if anything delays, I'll push it. I want you and Henry behind that gate before the new year. Tuna nodded slowly, the worry easing from her face. Then I'll keep the house ready, she said, half serious. No clutter. Alex's mouth lifted again. I trust you. Batang passed by with Henry in her arms. Henry reached toward Tuna. Tuna lifted him, kissed his cheek, and he laughed, grabbing at the bracelet. Careful, Tuna murmured. Don't pull. Alex watched the small scene with a quiet tenderness that didn't need words. When Henry went back to Batang for a nap, Tuna and Alex returned to the yard. Tuna carried a small bag of soil to the flower area, and Alex helped her level it. They worked without rushing, like they were building the home with patience rather than money. For a while, everything felt simple. The chores, the quiet after Valentine's Day, the sense that life could keep moving in a straight line. Then Tuna noticed Alex glance at his phone once. It was brief. He didn't open it in front of her. He didn't frown. But there was a tiny pause in his body, like his mind had brushed something sharp and then chosen not to show it. Tuna watched him, not with suspicion, but with concern. Is it work? She asked. Alex looked up, expression calm. Just messages, nothing urgent. Tuna nodded, but she felt a small shift in the air. Not fear, just awareness, the way you feel when a wind changes direction. Alex put the phone away and glanced at her wrist again. Don't overthink, he said quietly. I'm not, Tuna replied. I just want you to be okay. Alex's expression softened. I am. He returned to his work, keeping his movements steady. Tuna followed his lead and returned to hers, letting the morning stay gentle. The bracelet stayed on her wrist, catching light whenever she moved, while Henry's soft sounds drifted from inside. Tuna finished leveling the soil near the flower pots and brushed dirt from her palms. The yard looked calmer when the lines were straight, when things had a place. Alex checked the plank one last time, then set the tool down. Let's rest a minute, he said. They sat on the low step by the kitchen doorway. Somewhere inside, Henry made a sleepy sound as Batang rocked him. Tuna's leaf charm moved lightly each time she breathed. I still can't believe you remembered, Tuna said, touching the bracelet without thinking. Alex looked at her steadily. I remember what matters. Tuna smiled, shy. I didn't even know what day it was. You were busy, Alex replied. You carry a lot. Tuna lowered her gaze. Sometimes I don't know how to stop. Then I'll remind you, Alex said, with actions. Tuna turned her wrist, watching the small leaf charm catch light. It's not expensive, she said softly, but it feels like someone saw me. Alex didn't rush to answer. That's the point, he said. You don't need loud things. You need steady things. The warmth of that answer stayed with her, even after Alex stood up. I need to go into town for a short check, he said. Lan asked me to look at something. Tuna nodded, trusting his tone, but a thin line of worry still lived in her chest. Not jealousy, just the fear that trouble could return when life finally felt simple. Inside, Batang handed Henry to Tuna so she could feed him again. Henry grabbed at the bracelet and laughed, then tried to put the charm in his mouth. No, Tuna whispered, smiling. Not food. Batang watched her face. You look lighter today. I feel lighter, Tuna admitted. Like I can breathe. Good, Batang said. Lightness is something you protect. Tuna nodded, then glanced toward the gate where Alex had been working. He doesn't say much, she murmured, but he always does what he says. Batang's eyes softened. That's why you feel safe. In town, Alex met Lan near the warehouse office. Lan didn't waste time. She showed him a saved message thread and a call log. "About that fake change request," Lon said. "I pulled the records. The sender account was a copy. Same style as before, same urgency." Alex's attention sharpened. "And the quantity?" "Off," Lon replied. "It would have caused a mismatch in loading. If we followed it, the warehouse would scramble and someone would blame our side." Alex nodded once. He remembered how close it had been, how the day had almost turned chaotic for no good reason. Lon continued, lower voice. "And the day we had 2 inspections." I asked around again. The timing was pushed. It wasn't random. Someone wanted us distracted. Alex stayed quiet for a beat. He wasn't surprised. He just didn't like confirmation. "Save everything," Alex said. "Screenshots, timestamps, names. If there's a pattern, we build it from facts." "Already saved," Lon replied. "And I warned the team. No one accepts last-minute changes by casual messages." "Good. From now on," Alex added, "we accept changes only through our verified channel. If anyone pressures, we ignore and report it." Lon nodded. "Understood." Alex left town before dusk, keeping his shoulders steady. He didn't carry the tension like a weapon. He carried it like a responsibility. When he returned, Tuna was in the yard with Henry on her hip, humming softly as she watered the flower pots. The red charm on the gate moved in the breeze. Tuna saw him and smiled. "You're back." "I'm back," Alex said. He took Henry briefly, bouncing him once. Henry laughed, reaching for Alex's sleeve. Alex's face softened in a way he rarely showed outside the farm. Tuna watched him closely. "Everything okay?" Alex chose honesty without alarm. "Work is fine, but I confirmed something. Those past issues weren't accidents." Tuna's smile faded slightly. "Someone did it on purpose?" "Yes," Alex said. Tuna swallowed. "Do you know who?" "Not yet," Alex replied, "but I'm closer." Tuna looked down at Henry's sleepy eyes, then back at Alex. "Are we safe here?" Alex answered immediately. "Yes. I won't let anything touch you or Henry." Tuna nodded, trusting him, though the air felt different now, like a wind shift. She didn't want fear to enter the house, so she kept her voice low. "If you need me to do something, tell me." Alex's gaze stayed steady. "What I need from you is to live normally. Keep the home warm. Don't let worry steal your day." Tuna exhaled and nodded. "Okay." That same evening across town, Minh sat in a dim corner of a cafe that didn't ask questions. His jacket was ordinary, his expression calm. Across from him, Dewey looked restless, fingers tapping the table. "You said money," Dewey muttered. "Fast," Minh smiled slightly. "You follow instructions. No improvising." Dewey scoffed, but his eyes stayed hungry. "Talk." Minh leaned forward, voice controlled. "Remember the trouble Alex had? The double inspection? The fake messages?" Oh, he's tapping slowed. "That was you?" "Yes," Minh said. "Those were tests." Dewey let out a short laugh, nervous. "And now?" "Now we do it cleaner," Minh replied. "No inside help, just pressure from outside. Small errors, small delays, enough to drain him." Dewey hesitated. "If he catches me..." "He won't," Minh cut in. "If you follow what I say, you don't use your name. You don't leave a pattern." Dewey swallowed. "How much?" Minh named an amount. Dewey's eyes widened, then narrowed with calculation. After a long second, he nodded once. Minh sat back as if the agreement had been inevitable. "You're not fighting him," he said calmly. "You're just pushing him to stumble." Outside the cafe window, the town lights flickered on, warm and harmless. Back at the farm, Tuna rocked Henry near the kitchen doorway while Alex checked the gate latch again. He didn't pour fear into her ears. He stayed close, steady, present. Tuna touched the leaf charm on her wrist and looked at Henry's calm face. Happiness was still here. Now she understood something clearly. They would have to protect it.
Sáng sau ngày Valentine, từ Na làm những việc đơn giản và trang trải, chăm sóc Henry và cảm thấy ngại ngùng nhưng hạnh phúc mỗi khi chạm vào chiếc vòng tay ná mà Alex tặng cô. Alex vẫn bình tĩnh và ủng hộ, giữ cho ngày hôm đó ấm áp và ổn định. Sau đó Alex gặp Lan để xem xét lại những vấn đề trước đây và xác nhận rằng việc kiểm tra kép và tin nhắn giả mạo thay đổi số lượng hàng hóa là có chú ý, không phải tai nạn. Anh đặt ra những quy tắc nghiêm trọng hơn để ngăn chặn hành vi phá hoại trong tương lai và chọn sự trung thực mà không làm từ Na lo lắng hứa sẽ bảo vệ cô và Henry. Trong khi đó, Minh xuất hiện trở lại trong thị trấn và gặp G một cách bí mật, tiết lộ rằng anh ta đứng sau những thử nghiệm trước đó và đề xuất một kế hoạch mới sạch sẽ hơn mà không cần sự trợ giúp từ bên trong. Những áp lực nhỏ nhắn khiến Alex vấp ngã. Tập phim kết thúc với một sự tương phản rõ rệt. Trang trại vẫn yên bình và tràn đầy tình thương, trong khi nguy hiểm âm thầm đang đến